Boker Tov, we are continuing in Mishle Perek Gimel, Pasuk Yud. Pasuk is continuing from the Pasuk of yesterday that talked about Tzedaka. V'maleu asamecha sava, your storehouses will be satiated, will be full. V'tirosh kavecha, and the wine of your vats, the wine of your vineyard, yifrotzu, will overflow. So this is the two types of tzedakah. We said yesterday that there is obligatory tzedakah called maaser, and especially if a person had a field, there was pe'ah, the corner you need to leave, and different obligatory. And then there's the tzedakah that's above and beyond. So when a person does asamecha, which is storehouses, but also comes from the word samui min ha'ain, hidden from the eye, tzedakah that's hidden. Meaning if a person has a field, people know, okay, this guy's got a massive field, it's not so hidden. 10% of it, a corner, he has to leave, so it's not hidden. Hidden tzedakah, that you will have storehouses that will be full as a schar, as a reward for your tzedakah that you did in hiding. V'tirosh kavecha yifrotzu is the reward for public tzedakah, that you obligatory tzedakah as well. Will overflow there as well, even though it's public. You will still receive an overflowing bracha. Musar, next pasuk. Musar Hashem beni altimas. Says Shlomo HaMelech, my son, he's talking to us. Don't be disgusted by the musar of Hashem. Ve'at takotz betochachto, and don't be deterred from his rebuke. So here, the Gaon Mevilna explains as follows. Musar Hashem comes from the word Yisurin. Yisurin are afflictions, that a person might have afflictions from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Don't let those afflictions wear you down, and accept those afflictions with love. We'll explain that deeper in a moment. And don't be upset and deterred from Hashem's rebuke. And this is sometimes when a person rebukes you by speech, meaning you get sometimes hit by afflictions, tzarot, however way, physically, through business, etc. And sometimes people tell you off by the mouth. We have to recognize that that's also from Hashem. And the next pasuk puts it into perspective. Ki et asher yehav Hashem yochiach. The one that Hashem loves, that's the one that he rebukes. He rebukes someone that he loves. Uche'av et ben yirtzeh. Like a father to a son, he will have that relationship and he will want you. So number one, he says, is that there's two levels. There's a person to a friend. When a person tells his friend off, and he says, but in a nice way, he says, look, my friend, I don't want you doing this. I think it's a wrong thing. I don't think you should be doing this, etc. A person only does that if he loves that person. Because why would I get involved with someone that I don't care about and tell him, you're acting wrong, you should... Only someone that I love, that I care about, that I want him to be on the proper path, I would say, hey, look, I don't think you're doing that right, etc. So the person on the receiving end is to recognize this person that's telling this to me is because he loves me. There's an older fellow in the community that, kind of friendly, and he likes to rebuke me. But he tells me some things, I have a lot of experience with rabbis, and therefore, Rabbi, this. He keeps on telling me, I only tell you this because I love you. But I know he's really sincere, and I know he really does love me. And he says, Rabbi, I'm only telling you this because I love you, right? But that's really the truth here. When I read this, I thought about that person. Because you only tell someone off, so on the receiving end, if you receive someone that tells you, obviously if he's screaming at you, whatever, there's a way how to do it. But you obviously have to look at it and say, wow, this guy cares about me. But now there's an even higher level. The level between a father and a son. Sometimes when that friend tells you off, you must say, you know what? Yeah, you're a friend. The way you said it to me, get out of here. I don't care about you. Rebuke, etc. But a father and a son, generally, a son won't do that to his father. And a father cares about his son so much, he'll rebuke, but the son's not going to go anywhere because he's a son and he loves his father also. And there's a good love between them. So even though it might get difficult, but recognize that this is a father-son relationship, which it's much more intense, but it's also, the love is so much more stronger, and therefore a father is going to want to make sure that his son is not on that bad path, and he'll do whatever it takes. The son has to recognize my father loves me to the extreme, right? Not just a friend relationship, but he loves me to the extreme. And that's what Hashem here, that's what Mishlei here is saying, Shlomo HaMelech, that there's two levels. Ki et asher ye'av Hashem yochiach. Number one is, the one that Hashem loves, that's who he's going to rebuke. And then you can get to a higher level, uke'avet ben yirtzeh, like a father loves and wants his son. So when a person feels that he's getting rebuked by Hashem or afflictions by Hashem, it's number one because Hashem loves you. And if sometimes you feel it's overpowering, how am I taking this? It's so difficult. Hashem loves you so much like a father and a son. All of us are his children. But sometimes you get that feeling even stronger. And therefore we have to recognize that and recognize how Hashem loves us. And therefore maybe there's things that he wants us to fix. Maybe there's things that he wants us to leave from that negative path. Be'ezrat Hashem, this is very apropos for Teshuvah, for these days. May we recognize the signs of rebuke. May we look into the words that we say in Selichot and fix our ways. Be'ezrat Hashem, come to Rosh Hashanah clean, come to Yom Kippur, Be'ezrat Hashem, with Teshuvah in our hands, and Hashem will grant us all a Shana Tova, Ktiva, V'Chatima Tova. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen. Rabbi Hanania, Men HaKasher Omer Tzak Kadosh Baruch Hu, לזכות את ישראל לפיכך יברד להם תורה שנאמר, אדוני חפץ בן צדקו, יגדיל תורה וידיר.